I am back with another cosplay review. This is probably one of my last couple for the year, unless anything changes. So that's exciting, but also not sad. I don't know. But anyway, this is Korone from the Hololive VTuber boom. I know it's like kind of random, I guess, and I wasn't sure how I felt about cosplaying a VTuber because like a part of me is like, I feel like I'm cosplaying like a real person, but then I'm also like, not really? I don't know, but I just really like Korone, so I was like, I gotta just try it, and so well, here goes nothing. And I got this cosplay off of EZCosplay. So you can find Korone's like standard outfit on a lot of different sites, but I was a little nervous about the sizing, so I decided to go for EZ because I've ordered from them before and the sizing fits fine. However, I'm a little bit nervous that it's just a resell of all those other Korones that I was seeing that I was worried about the sizing for, so we will see how it turns out. So I'll just start opening it up. I don't remember the size with 100% certainty, but I'm hoping it says on there. I think it's an XL. Either way, let's just jump into it. Alright, so I'll start off with the white dress. Here it is. So I'm guessing maybe for modesty or something, they didn't include a hole for her tail to go through. So I'm gonna have to do something with that because I do have a tail. It does not come with a tail, but I bought one. And so I'm gonna have to have something for the tail to go through because it's on a kind of belt loop thing and you'll be able to see it really well on this. So yes, I'm gonna have to make some kind of hole for the tail there. So it looks like all these buttons are functional buttons, which is nice. And then it kind of just feels cheap, if you know what that means. I'm not saying that's like a necessary knock on it per se, but it's definitely like, it just feels cheap and it needs to be ironed so bad. Just looking at it, there is no kind of identifier that says that it is from EZ, so my worries about it just being a resell have not been laid to rest necessarily. I hope it's not as see-through as it looks, because it looks like, holding it up, really see-through. But I won't know that for sure till I have it on. Overall, it's okay. It gets the job done. It's kind of what I need from what I can tell. So I guess that is fine. We'll see. Next up, I have her yellow, like, rain jacket thing. So funny enough, they did give the hole for the tail on this. So they remembered it on one part. And then you can see this cute little pop right here. It doesn't actually do anything. It's just there for the aesthetic of it. It's not a part of the zipper or anything like that, which is fine. It is obviously not actually a rain jacket. It looks like, so Korone's kind of goes off the shoulder. It does not look like this is wide enough to go off the shoulder, which isn't a huge deal. It looks like it's just gonna sit normal. But yeah, it does not look like it's going to be wide enough to kind of fall off the shoulder. It does have a zipper that you can kind of try to zip down and see if that would work any better. It's made from that same kind of cheap fabric that the dress is made out of. At least they're consistent, I guess. But overall, it's fine. Zipper seems to work okay. You can see here, kind of the inside, the back. It's fine. So I found a lot of cosplay shops have this problem with not attaching things that could so easily just be attached. And this is another example. So these just kind of line down her arms on the jacket. But as you can see, they are all unattached and you attach them through safety pins. The fabric is cheap enough that I may not worry about the extra effort to actually attach these, but it's just, you know, why didn't you sew these on? But I'll probably just use the safety pins depending on time and everything. But those are those that go down her arm. So there's also some things when I was ordering this that I was already aware of. One of those are the little dog bones. I knew they looked like garbage in the picture, so I already preemptively bought some because they're made of like foam. They're not the worst things in the world, but they're not great either. And the accessories I got were from AliExpress, and they were like a couple bucks. So it is worth it just because these are kind of bad. In fact, I don't think I'm going to wear these for even the review because I don't like them. But just so you can see them, this is what they look like. This is their life. This is what they do. And then I haven't gotten a replacement for this, but it's another one I knew looked kind of janky. And that was her dog collar. So you can see it here. It's not as thick as it should be, but it does have this little thing. But you can easily take that off and put this on something that looks better. It may look better on my actual neck. You never know. But as it is right now, it's just kind of like sad and floppy. And then these go on her wrist. Ta-da! Easy peasy. Not a whole lot to say about those. They're pretty easy to wear, and you could replace them if you really hated them, but I don't think you need to. And then finally, her socks. There is literally nothing to these. There's nothing to hold them in place. They're literally what you see is what you get. So, yeah. As I already said, it did not come with the tail, and it also didn't come with the ears, so I did go ahead and order those separately. And also, of course, the wig I ordered from a different site, though I do believe EZ has a Korone wig, and I'm sure there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's just a resell of like all the others. I just found it cheaper on AliExpress. So I'm gonna go ahead and try everything on, and we will see how the sizing works and how all the little pieces go together. So wish me luck! So here is the whole cosplay all together. So because it didn't have like any kind of hole in the dress, I just have it kind of wrapped around here. So I can't still say for sure if this is like an EZ original or a resale off like 100% confidence, but I can say this fits totally fine. It actually needs to be taken in a little bit because it's a little bit big on the white dress. I also want to try to flatten this part because it keeps kind of poking out. You see it there. But yes. In terms of the fit, it fits fine. I think I will probably replace this collar, just because it's just not ideal. But it's one of those that if I don't have time for it, then it's not the end of the world. But I think I will end up replacing it. As I said, these are a different little headband thing. I get these, or not headband, bone. Don't say at the end. Bone thing. Clip. It's a bone clip. A different bone clip. So these were off of AliExpress. They're very cheap. Same with the ears. Now the ears and the tail were also off of AliExpress. They were not as cheap. I mean, they weren't like super duper expensive, but they were a little bit more expensive. I can't say with 100% certainty. If you really want to know, leave a comment and I will try to dig up that link for you. But yeah, there she is. The wig is also off of AliExpress. You could probably find this kind of wig though anywhere. I just did like a quick trim of the bangs, so it's not totally styled or anything, but yes. So as I said, didn't even use their little bone clips, so I'm not going to talk about those. They're duty. This I'll probably replace. This needs to be like maybe sewn down or velcroed or something because it keeps showing the lines here. It fits okay. The buttons are a little bit hard to button, like the hole. You gotta kind of push on it a bit. The jacket is fine. She wears it like all meh. But, I mean, you could zip it if you really wanted to. Let's see. Stealth Korone. This feels wrong. So, yeah. Overall, and then the socks, they fall down, but, like, her socks are barely hanging on, so it's kind of fine. Though it feels weird to have them just like off my feet or my legs. But yes, overall it's cute, and I wanted this as like just like a casual like to wear. It was originally intended to wear like after a cosplay, but then like between all the photo shoots I have and other things, it ended up kind of being a before, so whatever. They're actually doing a VTuber meetup at Hallmat, and then of course I have another commitment during the time they had the VTuber meetup, so I won't be at that. But I will be wearing this to Hallmat, so that's something, I guess. But yeah, overall, it's cute. Oh, it does say on here that it is an XL, so I was right on that. I know EZ, I can't say for sure if they used to. I feel like they used to not. They now charge a fee to do custom sizing. So just bear that in mind. And I believe the fee goes up the bigger the measurements are. So like this was not a custom size. This was just their XL, so there was no extra fee. But if you feel like you're a little worried about their XL and you want to go a size bigger, it goes up and then up and up and up from there. So it's just something to keep in mind if you're planning on getting this. Oh, and it's not very see-through. I notice I have a habit of just groping myself in these videos without realizing it because I'm talking and I talk with my hands and I'm like, stop talking with your hands. And I'm like, I'll just rest them. Forgetting that I have a feminine body and that's weird. I feel like if I had a more masculine body, like it wouldn't be that weird. Although on my fake check, I'm getting off track actually. Anyway, so for the review of this, it is pretty cheap and it doesn't come with some of Korone's more key components, I think, like the ears and the tail. I really think, because like a lot of Goro cosplays come with these, so it's not as if it's like unheard of to come with this kind of stuff. So, I'll give this probably a 7.5 out of 10. I think that's reasonable for what it is and like the price I paid. So yeah, a 7.5 I think is pretty good. So that is my rating for it. In terms of shipping, it took its time getting through processing, but the actual shipping wasn't bad. So that's good. I believe they say like 3 to 4 weeks processing. I would say this took more like 5.5 weeks processing, but then once it shipped, it was only like a week and a half, I think. So not terrible, but if you need it like right away, not a great choice. Although I really wouldn't recommend a lot of these cosplay shops for right away purchases, because they do tend to take a little bit. And generally, if you're on a cosplay shop, it will say like ready to ship or in stock or something like that, and that will let you know that it's probably going to get here faster. But if you don't see that, just make the assumption that it's probably going to be, I'd say 2 months to be kind of on the safe side for it to get there. So like if you're like, oh, I have a convention next month, I would be wary of that. And it also depends on if you're a perfectionist and want to get like this, like I gotta get this fixed because it's driving me insane that it keeps flipping. But if like stuff like that doesn't bother you, you can have a little bit more leeway, because I'm wearing this to Hallmat, though it was originally supposed to be for AWA, but either way it's early no matter what it's for. I think I'm rambling, so yeah, let me do a little turnaround of the cosplay for you. thank you for watching. I'm very excited. Like I said, this is probably one of my last-ish for this con season. I'm trying really, really hard to get into Colossal Con again for next year, which by the time this video comes out, I'll put in the description whether I got it or not. The hotel room, so you'll know. But if I'm doing Colossal Con, then my next convention after Hallmat won't be until MomoCon, so I'll probably have a bit of a delay where there's not a lot of cosplay content. But if I don't get Colossal Con, after I pick myself up off the ground in my tiers, then I may have one sooner because I'm going to probably replace it with another con. I just haven't fully decided what that other con is. And if it's something earlier, then you may see content earlier. So, I don't know. I don't really have anything cool outside of cosplay reviews to really, like, showcase. Like, I'm pretty chaotic when I'm fixing cosplays, because I thought about maybe doing, like, a here's how I fixed, but I just kind of, like, throw it all at the wall and then see what sticks. So, it's not, a very good follow along, and so I don't feel good, like, telling people how to do it. But I don't know, you can keep up with my Instagram and my TikTok. I keep those updated more, especially my Instagram, so yes. Bye!